down here in Mobile with David Morris. Take me through these next few months, the way things play out now.
But yeah, next is the Popeyes that we went to that. So excited for all of it. You know, it's spaced out well. We have some fun opportunities ahead of us. And I'm just looking forward to what's next for the training.
We're going to see Sam Hartman for the next 3 quarters out here. Give me a breakdown on it. Give me a scouting report of what's been practiced this week.
Fast enough for this road.
He sees it. He doesn't waste any time. He gets the heck out of there knowing that Walker can fly. He tries to cut him off down the field here. 20 miles per hour. He's durability. So he's able to give you some awesome numbers. And these teams have all this data. They can take it with them as they go through the evaluation process. But Smith is not that issue. Now, it would be nice to get him in there. Something that makes sense.
Sam Hartman told me that teammates asked him more questions about his age and his hair than anything related to football for the course this week. Since he got the hair genes from his mom, told me, I wake up and I look like this. He also had the finished beard in college football last season. He told me he trimmed it before coming down with coaches and scouts trying to maybe look a little bit younger. I asked him, did it work? He said, it did not at all. He is the oldest player. Turns 25 in July, guys.
His teammates at Notre Dame called him Grandpa. Did you see how we ran that in slow motion?
You do realize for Halloween,
A slow-mo moment. Sam Hartman
he's got my hair sponsorship.
to throw. And there's a completion, and there's a first down to Javon Baker from UCF, the former Alabama wide receiver.
DJ, nice throw, don't you think?
Nice job.
Somebody ran the wrong route on the left. He ended up having to look all the way back across the field. Look at the backside. Nice delivery. Nice ball. Wide receiver speed where you're supposed to be. But as a scout, right, you're messing with him there. But they tries to come back and have a nice short throw there. That's a good thing for you. And both isn't it? No question.
Yeah, one thing they didn't win for was so successful. But it was that slow mesh, and it's a little different offense. And so to go to Notre Dame and get some experience this past year, I think was big for him. And I think his best football for somebody who's played a lot is still in front of him.
And Dave Clawson played for us with that offense. Looked like a phenomenal guy.
Here's one of my favorite players in the game, the
Running back, Albie, 5'9" and 210. Not a little guy, but a short guy. 171 career receptions at the FCS level.
Just think he was posted up during sports as part of the 75th anniversary team. You know, 5'9", he's looking down at you, no guy.
Look down.
Darren Sproles did all that damage at Kansas State and in the NFL.
Second quarterback in his big instant tight end, Johnson's flexed out at the top, slide. Dale checks in, Troy running back, Hartman to throw. It's Michigan tight end, A.J. Barner. It did say tight end. There'll be a lot of tight ends, as you mentioned, with limited numbers of wideouts. You'll see a lot of 12 personnel tight ends.
And one thing about A.J. Barner, who the coaches in pregame, he actually rolled his hands. He was determined to stay out there and play. Remember, he already went through a 16-game college football season, culminating in a national championship. Could have very easily said, that's it for me. Really wanted to play this game, got the treatment. He's out here getting it done.
Barner.
Where was
4
it?
years in Indiana.
Welcome to the Banning Road Station.
Baker and Johnson to the right. It's going to be by Dale. No, it's going to be Hartman on the keeper. And Sam Hartman slides for a first down. Braswell flying over top. And we are at the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes. Sam Hartman slides for a first down. Anybody want oysters later? Why not? Oysters? Why not? Okay. Coming up at the half, NFL total the studio. Patrick Claybon, Brian Moldinger, Cynthia Freeland. That'll be in L.A. And then Tom Pelissero talks to our good friend Torrey Holt down on the field as well. Can we get Torrey into Canton, please? Anybody, raise your hand. Who's with me?
I'm with you.
Good.
Way to go, Coach Terrell Williams. Are you with me?
I'm with you.
All right. I love how he talks to the team and want to make sure he had their attention. He'd always ask that question. With me?
I'm with you. I'm with you. And we're with here the national team after the 2-minute warning inside the red zone after Sam Hartman scrambled the third down for the first down. Come on, Amy Dell in the backfield from Troy. Hartman to throw. Looks that way. Under pressure goes end zone. Warner, one hand, can't bring it down.
Hartman's pass
Blocked over the top there. That ball on just got a little bit up too high, and then you saw the play that was made on the ball.
Did you notice the formation, DJ? They had both tight ends to the right, and they put Barner inside of Theo Johnson, almost trying to hide him a little bit, make you focus on the outside guy, thinking that's the tight end position, and you sneak in Barner on the inside looking like an extra offensive tackle.
We have a different number in the secondary, by the way. Is that Bullard?
Bullard, he wore 22.
Yes, is he wearing 2?
Let's take a
2 is wearing Tyke Smith, and 5 is wearing Elijah Jones. Had some DB numbers change as McCaffrey gets carried on the end route. McCaffrey gets inside the 15. Clock winding now to 1:40 remaining here.
Tyke Smith, they're wearing he and Bullard both at the University of Georgia. Bullard 22, Tyke Smith went from 5 during the week to 2. And Elijah Jones went from 29 during the week to 5.
We are here to confuse.
Which is great info. We liked it a little bit earlier.
Here we go. All right, 14-yard line. Zach Davis is 121, and he is in the backfield.
Haven't got McCaffrey going yet, have we?
Slide it to the right. Needs again inside the 10 for a first down. Hartman on the run. Thrown once. Walker can't hang on.
I don't know if he would have got both feet down either.
Pritchett had the coverage.
Pritchett had the understanding, DJ, of what? He's got and what else? What does he have back there?
The end line.
The end line. So there's not a lot of room for you to go up and come down. And when you understand that, fine. You got to throw it over my head. If you can make that contortion act to get both feet down.
Joshua Carney is now on for the 23-yard field. Kicker 51 of 60, 85% in his career. Corey Taylor from Iowa is the holder. Peter Bowden, the long snapper from Wisconsin. And that kick is no good. Just wide to the right, and we are still 7-7 with 58 seconds to go.
DJ, is that somewhat like having a wide open three-pointer, no one rushing at you?
It's a free
because
throw.
there's really no one on the rush, and you're used to all these bodies crashing. Is that going off a little bit in the beginning?
Well, also,
I'm trying, giving him a chance.
maybe you don't want to took that ball.
Joshua Carding at Stanford only missed one extra point in his career. 72 of 73 for 98.6.
And you didn't say it ahead of time, so no one can come back to you and say,
Now, well, do you really believe in the
Too late to
broadcaster
win, man.
jinx?
No, but
Come on
it
now.
becomes fun. It's a good topic.
Oh, I know.
At the end of the day, no one can really.
It's like the no-hitter jinx. There is no such thing as a no-hitter jinx.
But we all, listen, when we played, we all kind of played into it, didn't we?
We did. That is Michael Penix Jr., the Washington quarterback. On your screen, had a really good week of practice, opted not to play in this game, but is here watching his teammates, and here watching Michael Pratt from Tulane throwing high, almost intercepted. 3 guys there from the national team, Bertrand and Williams, who had one earlier, and nobody could bring it down.
That just hung up there forever after that ball got tipped. And Williams showing you Johnny on the spot right where he needs to be when this comes up. I think he's going to get it, and then Bertrand tips it. Or else Williams has his second pick.
DJ, both of them eyes back on the quarterback playing zone defense. Bertrand was in the perfect spot that the ball is accurately thrown. He's there to make the tackle. And then when it's up in the air, he and Williams racing for the football. Neither one of them gets it.
Tino Ladapo from Oregon State, the first guy to get a hand on it, 28 safety there. Schrader into the game to the backfield. Play clock is at 2. Ball's on the ground. Fight for it. Who's got it? Offense is gonna recover. No, defense is gonna recover. That's a recovery there for Jalen Harrell from Michigan.
I'm wondering about Harrell on the bottom. Did he jump? I'd love to see that if we could from the wide view, because I thought Harrell was off and running. I thought that'd be a play you might blow dead. But instead, Harrell gets the benefit from the
Takes the ball with
recovery.
him.
Hey, he's learning to be a pro early. Keep the football, take it in, put a little tape on it, get it painted up so you can go on your mantle at home.
So on the botched exchange, the national defense has got to get credit for a second turnover forced. Williams had the interception of Milton in the end zone earlier, and here Pratt couldn't get the snap from center from Christian Haynes. They're playing center from UConn. Jalen Harrell from Michigan falls on it. Now a chance here for the National to cash in. Missed the field goal earlier. Hartman from the 20. They open in the red zone. Hartman gunning left, and now that's intercepted. Jarvis Brownlee. And Brownlee is still going across the 30 all the way back to the 40. Nice return. 6 career interceptions for Jarvis Brownlee Jr. Here's another one.
That's a heck of a play. He's had a great week of practice as well. We've seen some of the one-on-one clips. They've made their way through social media of him running routes for receivers. Just anticipation and awareness and undercutting. This one, CD, I think was just thrown right to him.
Yeah, I think this is one of the easiest ones he's going to have. Look all the way up here at the top. Actually, I didn't circle the wrong guy. He was inside and playing in the slot. And he ends up taking, he's in perfect spot. And the ball goes right to him. But give him credit. You mentioned what a good week he had in practice. They vote for awards during the week at each position. All the players have to vote. The receivers vote about the DBs, et cetera, et cetera. Brownlee, the American team's DB of the week, cornerback of the week. And you see it pay off there.
He's got good hands. You saw him catch the helmet as it was snapped over his head. Nice.
Jarvis Brownlee, talk a little bit of trash, certainly. That's also part of his MO. And now he has something to talk about here with that interception. So turnovers on back-to-back plays. The American team back with the football with 33 seconds to go. Michael Pratt checks it down to Schrader. Cedric Gray's not going to let him pass, however. It's a gain of 8 out to the 47. Clock is going to stop. Nope, it's going to keep on going here.
You got to get this down the field, or you got to get this to the sideline. You can't check it down underneath in the middle.
Americans out of timeouts. Pratt will check down to Schrader.
Or you can.
Or check it down the middle.
It's very advisable.
It's going to be a long field goal.
What
You get your
field
team
goal?
out
You're
there,
out
but
of
you're out of
time.
timeouts.
Right.
So, that didn't work.
That is it for the first half.
It is the end of the first half. Cedric Gray with a couple of tackles there. The UNC leading tackler in each of the last 3 seasons there. Tackles to end it. The American team from doing anything here at the end of the first half. We have a 7-7 score here at the break. As we watch the 75th edition of the Reese's Senior Bowl. The Americans going to start the third quarter with football. Nothing there on that final possession. Let's go down to Tom Ellison.
Terrell, it got a little bit wild there in the final couple minutes of that half with the turnovers. What did you like out of your team?
You know what? I like the way we started the game. I thought we did a good job of taking the ball down, scoring on offense, 3 and out on defense. But then we came back on both sides and had a little bit of a lull. But these guys are still competing and doing. We just can't put the ball on the ground. And then we got to be able to stop the run and know who the quarterbacks are in the game.
We heard your pregame reminding your team that, yes, the quarterback is live. What's the message now at the half?
To remind them that he's live because we haven't hit him yet on defense. So
Good luck, Terrell. Thanks.
thanks.
Guys.
The quarterback is live, but we got to get to the quarterback. Thank you, Terrell Williams. Great atmosphere here. Great college football atmosphere here. Final college football game of the year. Back to the studio. Back to Patrick Claybon in LA after this. Randall Total Access at the half.
So ambitious, full of drive. Yeah, you see my dedication. All the models in the gym, it ain't for nothing. Just believe it. Ain't no telling where you take it. All you doing is all for nothing. I ain't gonna leave the man. Work it out.
so far of the Reese's Senior Bowl. Charles Davis, Daniel Jeremiah. My name is Andrew Siciliano. DJ had a couple of long touchdown drives, some offensive plays made. Certainly, what'd you like?
Well, I thought overall defensive half, but I liked what I saw from two quarterbacks. Bo Nix taking the team right down the field, getting a touchdown, a lot of running the football, but good decisions made there. And Spencer Rattler, when he got the opportunity, got the look he wanted, he took his shot, played really well in the first half. So impressed with what I saw with those two quarterbacks. But CD, this was mostly about defense here in the first half.
You're exactly right about that, and that's the reason why the scoring is down. You're not having offensive fireworks because of plays like this. Tyrese Knight, the linebacker out of UTEP, he jumps right on A.J. Barner. Not much of a gain. Good play speed. How about Jarvis Brownlee? Right after they had gained an interception, taking the ball away, he did it for his team. Picks off Sam Hartman, and real determined run back as well. He was trying to run the score, didn't quite get there, but you got to love the effort. Jarvis Brownlee, a terrific week of practice here at the Senior Bowl, and he's been recognized for his efforts.
It was actually Hartman there who made that tackle. Pretty crazy sequence where we had turnovers on consecutive plays. We had a long missed field goal. We had a short missed field goal. We had the clock running out at the end of the second quarter. No timeouts there for the American, trying to get a field goal set up, and they could not do it. Gene Bell signing some autographs. Look like the pads are off, so his day might be done. The American kicking off. Dylan Laube going to let it go over his head for a touchback. Here we go now, the third quarter of the Reese's Senior Bowl, 74th year out of 75. This game has been here in Mobile. We're now on the campus of South Alabama. Saw Carter Bradley there from South Alabama. We'll see him a little bit later. But in the meantime, guys, what do you think of Sam Hartman in the first half?
A couple of throws he'd like to have back, maybe a couple decisions, but we did see him use his legs, which was nice to see. And when he's been patient, he's had success. When he's got a little greedy, he's found himself in trouble.
He's got Kalani beat down in the backfield, and the Troy back doesn't really have a lot of room to run. He's immediately hit there by Tyke Smith, among others, the Georgia senior.
Doesn't he have a background that is kind of got a little famous to
Yes. Good call there, Charles. He's the great nephew of local legend of all legends, truly, the great Henry Hammer Hay. Yes, sir.
Jinx.
He's a great uncle. Hartman under pressure. Hartman dumps it down to Barner, the tight end, through traffic, close to a first down. All right, I mentioned the great nephew, and there he is with his great uncle, the legendary Henry Aaron. Pretty cool there.
That is awesome. Celebrating the new year, it looks like.
Yeah.
In the background there.
Not bad lineage, huh?
No, not at all.
He has to do his home run hitting as a runner, though, right, DJ?
That's right.
Swinging the
There you go.
bat.
There you go.
They're using those two tight ends in tandem a lot. There for the national team.
They don't have any options.
Barner got a first down on that last one, and the give here behind Barner this time is to Dylan Laube, the running back, 5'9" and 210 out of New Hampshire. Boogie Watson, the Butkus finalist, led the SEC in tackles and sacks in there, along with the Kentucky linebacker Trevor Wallace.
Trevor Wallace has made plays all week long. Went back and watched the tape. He did an excellent job in coverage, and there you see a little bit of that inside-outside range that he possesses. I love the fact he's 244 pounds. CD, we see so many
That's old school.
225, 230-pound linebackers. A big dude.
244. That's a rush in now. I mean, my goodness.
It's a thumper. Second and 8. Got Tez Walker, top of the screen. The North Carolina helmet. Let's see if they get him involved. Hartman looks the other way. Now goes back left. Now pressured. Hartman is going to run. Running away from Jordan Jefferson, the big LSU defensive lineman. And he is close to a first down, but he might have run out of bounds about a yard shy.
DJ, you see at the top there in the North Carolina helmet, number 14 in orange, that's Tez Walker. But he has an additional task today in terms of trying to get away, doesn't he? Because there's just not a lot of help in plays that he can take off.
I'd like to see him just flip him the ball, give him a reverse, hit him on a little quick screen, now screen, bubble screen. Just let him have the ball in his hands and get some confidence. But right now, everything's been down the field. He's had a couple he'd like to have.
In my Burchett just sat on him the entire route that time.
No question. He's got to escape and make a screen.
That's one of all the snaps he's taken. It's tough.
Here's Hartman on the keeper. Another run for Sam Hartman. Chased out of bounds by Bullard. He couldn't get it last time. Ended up with 3rd and inches. Gets it this time out of bounds at midfield.
Be your own run game. Nice read and good job shooting that better. I'm going out of bounds. I'm going out of bounds. Gentleman's agreement here. I'm going to point. Look, don't hit me. I'm going right over.
Hey, we're good. We're good.
Topped out at 17 miles per hour, but did not have to hesitate at all to get that inside hand up to make sure the break
Same page. We're on the same page
Yep.
here.
I'm out. Good.
Sam Hartman was over the 2 GAs in Notre Dame staff this past year.
Until Sam Hartman was the entire
Sam Hartman ripped down by Marcus Harris, and now he's going to spike it half out of anger, half to save himself.
Once he started twisting on his knee, that's a smart move. Yes. All-star game. Don't worry about.
Watch inside. Watch Marcus Harris.
That's a missed assignment.
Laube could not get up there quickly enough to affect that. As he tries to come through, he doesn't get any part of Marcus Harris, really.
No gentleman's agreement on this one.
Nice job by Harris. He's got a little twitch to him, doesn't he, DJ? And inconsistency has been something to If he can increase that, things will get a little bit better for him as he moves forward.
With one of the play clock, Hartman takes it out of Vidalia's belly. Nice catch, Luke McCaffrey. There's a first down for the former quarterback.
You've wanted him to get involved, and here we go. There he is working in the slot. This ball is way outside his frame. He just snags it with his left hand. That's a heck of a catch.
And in that zone defense, what the defensive back has to do is just kind of sit there. You notice how he moved out and just moved into the flat? You got to sit there. If you're threatened by that inside receiver, stay there until you determine what the route is before you make a move. He opened the door and McCaffrey took advantage.
Brother of Christian, brother of Max, son of Ed. One-handed catch for 13. Hartman on the run. Not going to run, however, this time he's going to throw it to Barner. Can't one-hand it. Wallace with the late pop as well into the second down.
They need to run the ball because these wide receivers are puffing and puffing. I'm looking at Baker just jogging back to the huddle right here, 82, and he's putting his hand up like, can I get a blow? Nope.
And McCaffrey beat him to it. McCaffrey beat him to it and ran off the field first. Like, you're right. So the best sprint you have is to try and get a break.
So Brendan Rice and Malachi Corley, among others, wide receivers who were here during the week for Jeff Ulbrich. Had a nice week, but those guys are not playing today. So he only has 3 healthy wide receivers, 3 tight ends, and a running back. And Laube can't play in the slot, so kind of undermanned here. As Vidal, face mask there, flags. 3 flags came out, actually. Flags from every direction. Triangulation of flags there at the 30.
Personal foul, face mask, defense, number 20. 15-yard penalty will be added to the end of the line. Automatic first down.
James Williams, the linebacker now, a former safety at Miami.
Right there.
You think so?
Yes, a little bit.
Remember the old, is it a 5-yard face mask or a 15-yard face mask? They could have combined that and made it 20 and called it a day.
Yeah, he almost had a face mask to take home as a souvenir in his luggage.
Safety at the University of Miami, stepping up, moving forward with a big body, trying to be a linebacker on the next level.
Isaiah Davis checking in the backfield, an FCS All-American in the red zone now. Sam Hartman will again call his own number. Bullet from Davis, and he's going to get drafted in the backfield. It's Williams coming up and making amends.
Thought he should have given this ball. He tried to pull it, thought he had something here. If he gives it, you might have a little crease. But he pulls it, and there's just nowhere to go.
Theo Johnson, the Penn State tight end, couldn't lay a block there on Williams. He shot through and made the tackle after picking up a 15-yarder on the previous play. It's a loss of 2 officially. Sam Hartman's already run 5 times today for 27 yards. This is the 10th play of the drive.
Got a big tight end.
Play fake again. Hartman eyes downfield under pressure. Jalix Hunt brings him down. Ball's out now. Hartman tried to throw it. And they're going to call it an incompletion.
Boy, was he fortunate, because he just should have just gone to the ground with that one, don't you think, DJ?
Yeah.
I mean, he's fortunate they're calling it incomplete, but at that point, play's done. Just take care of the football.
you're in scoring position here too. You're in field goal range as we look down the field. Just had no
Elijah
protection.
Jones right there.
There's no protection to find anybody here.
Tyke Smith on Tez Watkins.
That's the second time he's got kind of pinned where he's got his legs trapped underneath him. That's why he just throw the ball away.
Tez Walker, excuse me. Yeah, just got to get rid of that one. Jalen Hunt, how about that story, guys? Safety at Cornell and not even a starter full time. Body grows, changes, transfers to Houston Christian, formerly Houston Baptist, becomes an edge rusher. It's a sack on that play.
Southland Defensive Player of the Year. 3rd and long. Hartman wants Johnson. End zone. The big Penn State tight end who lined up wide there. Can't fight through the coverage from Tyke Smith. 4th down.
He was out of bounds too, so he's trying to come back in. Wouldn't have counted even if he caught it.
Tyke Smith won this battle. Watch number 2 in gray. He's got it pinned to the sideline. Nowhere to go. You know what I was just thinking? That Scott Walker, our referee, and the clock operator had gotten in sync.
Premature on that.
I got to take that thought and throw it out.
Game clock operator, please place 6 minutes and 55 seconds on the game clock.
So here comes Josh Carty, who missed earlier from 32. The Stanford kicker will now try from the left hash from 37 out of the hold of Iowa's Torrey Taylor and the long snap of Peter Bowden from Wisconsin.
Are more punchers holding in college football these days, DJ?
I believe so.
It's kind of modeling the NFL.
Carty to give the lead. This one right down the middle. 37-yard field goal. The National takes the lead. And the 7. I think that's a face mask. But Goldie can spin the head around as well. No flag on that, however. That would have been only 5. As part of the 75th anniversary here at the Reese's Senior Bowl, man, there's so many legends in town, from Cornelius Bennett to Thurman Thomas to Patrick Willis. Man, what a scene last night at that banquet at the Battle House. One of these 3 legends standing by now with Tom Pelissero.
That's right, Andrew. I'm here with Thurman Thomas. Been a few decades since you were in this Reese's Senior Bowl, man. What are your memories from that week?
The memories from that week is that, you know what? I was coached by Chuck Knox from the Seattle Seahawks, and unbelievable coach, unbelievable people. But I think the people here that I was around back in 1988 really treated me like I was one of their own, and they knew when you come here to the Senior Bowl, it was for one reason, is to try to prove yourself. And I think coming here with the MVP back in 1988 and driving away with a Pontiac Grand Am was the best thing of my.
Hold up, they gave you a Pontiac Grand Am for the MVP?
For the MVP, they gave you a Pontiac Grand Am, and I was the last one to receive that car. After that, they stopped giving that car away, and they stopped giving away cash to the players. So it was a great ending for me.
They now give you just a really big peanut butter cup, actually. So a little bit different from the Grand Am days. 75th anniversary team. It was so cool seeing all these NFL legends on the field. What was the banquet like last night?
The banquet was great, you know, and to have 6 or 7 Hall of Famers there, guys that I know, and it was awesome to be there to see some of the players that you grew up watching, but also seeing some of the younger players that haven't been here that long. And so the banquet was great, the crowd was great. We had a great time last night. Something I'll never forget.
Great seeing you, Thurman. Thanks.
So much.
A lot to unpack there, Tom. Thank you. First of all, Thurman's a huge Sabres fan. I know, like Charles Davis, he would have rather been watching the NHL skills competition last night, but he had a great time at the banquet. The other part of that is Grand Am and a lot of cash.
That was the way it used to be back then. The MVP of all the big games used to get a car and a check. Jacob Cowley was ineligible, 77.
Man, okay.
Excuse me, Brandon Coleman from TCU. He came in, and after the Detroit Lions-Dallas game, you notice now they're going and doing the numbers and reporting in.
We should point out as well that Carter Bradley from South Alabama is in. So he's on his home field 4 years at Toledo, then came here to South Alabama. He is the son of Gus Bradley, the former Jaguars head coach who was a head coach in this game.
for 3 consecutive years. Last year, the defensive coordinator was Shane Steichen in Indianapolis.
He had a nice week of practice. I went back through and watched all the team reps, and to me, Charles, I wrote down poise up front.
Yes.
It's just very calm, very under control, very poised, just collecting completions throughout the week.
Got a nice arm on him, too. All right, I got to go back now. He said he got the grand am. Yeah. Okay, now, as a general rule, whether he's coming from Oklahoma State or where he's coming from, typically you fly in here. Did he drive that bad
That's a great
boy out of
question.
Mobile? Tom Pelissero, inquiring minds want to know.
We have Thurman on headset here. I have so many questions about this car.
Did you keep the car?
What happened here? What are we doing? I mean, good stuff, regardless. They're great. Flournoy and Smith to the left here for Bradley on 3rd and 5. Steve Allen out of the backfield. I beg your pardon, Bailey out of the backfield. I'm sorry, the TCU running back. And Shaw Smith-Wade up to make the tackle. Amani Bailey has got a lot of work to do. That is his 12th touch on the afternoon.
Nice job. Quick decision. Put that ball on his upfield shoulder where you can do something with it. Again, just get yourself into the flow of the game. Nice job by Carter Bradley. Just take the easy one.
That's what you're talking about, seeing when you went back and watched.
Yeah, just take
completions
completions
there,
yeah.
take it.
Start stacking them up.
You mentioned nice arm. Ball comes out of his hand well. Got some zip on it.
He could drop it down arm angle-wise a little bit, too. He kind of down to that 3/4 slot if he needs to.
Ladd McConkey alone to the right here. The give to Bailey. Nice tackle. Nice tackle there by Gray. Tom, you got an answer?
I just chased down Thurman Thomas, which is a little easier now than it was back in '88. He said indeed he drove the Grand Am home. Flew to Mobile, drove the Grand Am home.
Thank you, Tom. Appreciate you.
Man.
I love how you started with an age reference to him right away. Many, many decades ago you were here. Well done.
Back to Stillwater. That is quite a drive.
Yeah, but when you get a brand new car, it doesn't feel like it.
No.
You just roll with it.
Open that baby up on the 10.
Sally Field with him or no?
Looking at the clock here, coming up with a 2-minute warning.
Well done.
On a 2nd down for Carter Bradley on his home field. A check down and an incompletion to Schrader from Missouri.
Tried to slow his motion down there as he was going fast. They tried to really slow it down to just guide that ball in. Just got to let it go.
2-minute warning.
2 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. The National has a lead 10-7. Mawai and Aeneas and Leroy Butler. Leroy, don't go jump in the stands there, okay? We are 8 days away from NFL Game Day morning and Super Bowl Sunday, live from Las Vegas, 8.5 hours. 8.5 of pregame coverage with Rich Eisen and his fantastic crew leading up to the big one, Super Bowl 58, NFL Game Day morning, Sunday at 9 on Super Bowl Sunday only on NFL Network. And then we will see these guys on the field. All of these names, what do they have in common? They all played, as it says on the screen here, in the Reese's Senior Bowl. Rashee Rice was on this field last year, part of a great group of not only wide receivers and tight ends that made an immediate impact as rookies this past season.
Every year we see these players from this game go on to not only play, but to be really some of the best players in the history of this game, as referenced by the we've seen out here of Hall of Famers on the field.
75th anniversary team.
The game is being delayed right now, guys, because the mascots are on the field. The mascots won't get off the field. In the meantime, here's Rashee Rice last year.
Well, if they hang out in the end zone, they might be safe.
Rashee Rice came in from SMU, much like Jay Breed, Luke Musgrave, Dalton Kincaid, and others. Looked really good. Chiefs made him a 2nd-round pick. And once the Chiefs' offense got its legs underneath itself this year, Rice was a huge part of that. And they are heading to the Super Bowl yet again. Mascots have cleared the field, including the slim and trim puppy.
Oh, nice.
Really looks good. Bradley can't get it as Cedric Gray goes high to knock it down. The North Carolina linebacker has come to play today.
That opened up, and I thought, oh, what a great read. Got excited, and then Gray just took the elevator up to the 3rd floor. What a play.
When you watch him, DJ, when you watch Gray, I think he's like a run chase linebacker. I get that. I get a little bit of a Zach Brown vibe. Remember him out of North
he could
Carolina
fly.
who could fly and made a bunch of tackles, averaged over 100 tackles a year while he was with the Tennessee Titans. Speed was his game. I get a little bit of a vibe there. I don't think he's as fast as Zach Brown. He can move.
It's playing coverage.
Made a couple of tackles on this drive as well. And then the big PBU to end the drive and to bring out the punter now for the American team, Austin McNamara from Texas Tech, a career average of just under 46 at 45.9. He has put 87 punts inside the 20 in his 5 years in college. Luke Caffrey back to return, will run underneath it, let it go over his head, and it will bounce right near the 15. So he puts another one inside the 20. 1:44 to go. We have a 10-7 game here, third quarter in Mobile. .144 remaining, third quarter here. Hancock Whitney Stadium, the campus of South Alabama. You are looking at the 75th edition of the Reese's Senior Bowl. The National with the lead, 10-7 of the National here. Back with the football. There is a change of possession at the end of every quarter, so a 2-minute drive here for Notre Dame. Sam Hartman made 57 starts, not all at Notre Dame, only 1 year in South Bend. Before that, he was at Wake Forest. Hartman is 5 of 17 for 50 yards. Not a lot of offense in this game. Let's see if he can get it going here. Hartman with the check down. And gets it up to Davis, who gets popped and gets out of bounds to stop the clock at 1:39, a gain of around 5.
How about that Notre Dame quarterback job, DJ? That's turning into the college version of free agent dream, isn't it?
Yeah,
Last year, Sam Hartman jumped in, right?
Riley
Leonard jumping in now, coming in from Duke.
It's a limited time only.
You get one shot. But that gold helmet, almost irresistible.
A couple of gold helmets in this game, only one on the field right now, and it is Hartman. Davis in the backfield, McCaffrey and Walker to the right. Nationals got a couple of timeouts, ball down, getting away from center, ball on the ground, and Hartman's going to get it back.
He fumbled and got stepped on, I believe.
Looks like he's working with the young man out of Florida, right? Kingsley Eguakon.
Kingsley Eguakon, yes, the Florida center, 30 career starts, but only 4 this past year with an ankle injury. He and Hartman not on the same page there. There's Shea Tierney, the Giants quarterback coach, calling in place. He's the OC this week for the National.
One thing about Sam Hartman, we're down there on the field during pregame, and he made a point to come up to Jim Nagy, who runs the game, gave him a big hug and thanked him for the opportunity to be down here, just first class.
Tells you what it's all about, right?
Absolutely.
Well done, Sam.
Sam here gives it to Davis, who has all kinds of room, and Davis is going to get a first down and carry his way all the way to the 35-yard line. Cameron Kitchens among those from Miami there for the ride.
Take a look at everyone getting out there. Wet opens up well. Nice job up front. Looked like from BYU.
That was.
Sulamata Sataia, number 55.
It's a gain of 20, and then a low throw for Theo Johnson across midfield at the 40.
26 seconds left here, so you're going to need at least one chunk play if you're going to try and work your way down into field goal range.
Who's the speed option? A lot of big guys out there.
There's a lot of tired dudes out there.
Tez Walker would love to be the speed option. I don't know if he has anything left.
I give him credit too. I mean,
He's gutting it out.
He has not
McCaffrey
had the game that he
Devon
wanted.
Baker.
But he could have tapped out, and he's been out here just giving everything he's got, play after play after play.
Got to get to the 43 if you want to give Cardi a shot at tying his career long, which is 61. Ball knocked down. Nice play again by a linebacker, middle of the field. This time it's Bookie Watson.
Yeah, I think Tyrese Knight's a little disappointed that got tipped.
He's like, don't touch it. It's coming right to me.
One linebacker waiting for an interception. The other one got his hand on it. Keep an eye on 40 down the field. He's going to be in position to pick this ball off.
Right there, and he's right there with Barner, 89 from Michigan.
21 seconds left and 2 timeouts. There is a change of possession at the end of the quarter. Don't know if the National wants to burn its timeouts here in the third. Hartman with pressure coming will throw it away. No one anywhere near it. We got the American sideline waiting for the flag for intentional grounding. There is a flag, however, back where Hartman was, maybe a hit on the quarterback. His helmet got knocked off.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense, number 96. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Eric Watts from UConn, roughing the passer. First down with 15 seconds on the clock.
DJ looked like he was long-arming on the pass rush. That long arm may have gotten into the head of Sam Hartman.
You got to protect Sam Hartman as he's got to run the show here. He's all they have left at the quarterback position.
Charles' long arm is perfect for Eric Watts. 35-inch arms when he checked in on Monday.
15 seconds. How's our timeout situation?
Timeout 2 for the National, but do you burn him in the third?
If I can get down a field goal range, I would.
The way it's going today, give me the points.
Hartman is time. Over the middle. That's a catch. McCaffrey spinning, 35-yard line. Do you burn one here? 6 seconds on the clock.
Gotcha. Good strong tackle there by Brownlee at the end.
National team, this is our first of the half.
So it's a gain of 15, and they're going to spot it on the 34.
8 seconds.
Trying to avoid giving up the big play, so lots of cushion there.
Yeah, so you see how Sherman was dropping? That's your version of Tampa 2, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Tampa 2 defense with in a prevent with the Tampa 2, the linebacker running down the middle, what they call running the pipe. Trying to take away all the crossers and everyone coming down the middle.
There's the McCaffrey family. One of those guys is playing in the Super Bowl this week.
Yeah, that'd be that one, wouldn't it?
What a good-looking fruit.
But how great is that? Did you see where Mom was saying, you know, hey, we won't even have a box in this game. This thing is really extraordinary. And Christian's fiance, Olivia Coppola, said, not so fast. Happy birthday. I've got us a box for the game. We're good to go. So I think Luke is in good hands when he takes off from here and heads to Las Vegas.
I think McConkey's down there in case this one comes up a little bit short underneath the uprights.
It's a 52-yard try.
Who did he send off? Carlton Johnson?
He was not happy. Carlton Johnson
come on, man. Come on, man. Let me have it.
Hey, we are in Alabama.
Remember when that really hit us in recent football?
Was it the kick six?
Yeah,
Alabama.
Kick six with Chris Davis. But in the NFL side, it was Devin Hester.
Yes.
And I could go back there.
Cromartie got one, too.
Yep.
Here we go. Joshua Carty from 52.
A little wind in his face here.
Career long 61 into the wind. Carty 1 for 1 on the day. 2 for 3 on the day.
He took the challenge. Oh, you don't put someone back there? Really?
He'll put it over his head. 52-yard field goal for the Stanford kicker. And at the end of the third quarter, the National takes a 6-point lead into the final 15 minutes of the college football season. Joshua Carty didn't miss a couple of years ago. Didn't miss this one either. Christian McCaffrey, touchdown machine for the San Francisco 49ers, powering his way into the end zone last week at the NFC Championship game. The second half was slightly different than the first, and the 49ers are now on their way to Las Vegas for Super Bowl 58. And I mentioned before when we showed the family photo, what a good-looking group. How about the McCaffrey family? They are better at sports than you. I guarantee it. Ed and Lisa, Mom and Dad, Max, Christian, Dylan, and we're not even including here that man, Luke McCaffrey, had a one-handed catch on that last run.
What about Grandpa? Lisa's dad, at one point, held the 100-yard dash world record. So now we know where the speed came from.
Carter Bradley on the play fake, deep shot. Once Rosemead Jack Saint, incomplete. The coverage there by Smithwood.
Did a good job becoming a defensive back, didn't he, DJ?
No doubt. That ball was, took a shot. We talked about him being patient, poised all week long, and I think he said, Carter's like, hey, I'm going to try and show that I can push the ball down the field a little bit here.
They kind of have to, don't you? I mean, it's an all-star game. Give it a shot. Let them air it out a little bit, show their wares.
Hey, I was going to say, no, you know what, DJ, we're thinking the same thing. I was going to say we had McCaffrey going last ride. Let's get McConkey going here.
You've been asking McConkey. You've been trying that all week.
It was, there was somebody else in this game. Remember, was it Christian Watson? I was like begging, can we get Christian Watson the ball?
And then you send in a play call, if I remember.
And we got a penalty. We got a pass interference.
Yep.
Said we get a Cody Schrader tackle, or rather run, for a couple of yards. Eddie Ulofoscio, big fan of Total Access growing up as a kid, we're told, up to make the tackle. There's Ladd McConkey, the Georgia wide receiver, one of 2 Georgia wide receivers here. No one seemed to be able to cover him well this week.
It's because of the combination of quickness, speed, and route power. She understands leverage, understands how to set guys up. You see him snap that off. Look, there's 8 yards of separation in some of these one-on-ones. Look at the quickness, and then boom. He just gets in and out so fast, so quick.
Don't let him operate out of the slot where he's got multiple avenues of escape. You got no shot as a DB.
Conky there, bottom of your screen on 3rd down. 3rd and around 8. Bradley, McConkey sailed it over his head.
Just couldn't get that one up and down.
Had it there.
There he is working, a little inside release. Look at the head and shoulders to sell it. Gives you the separation. You got 10 yards of separation there.
That's what you're talking about, the setup, correct?
Correct.
Sell the inside to move yourself outside.
Good sell. Again, though, when you're evaluating guys, it'd be nice to see him catch the ball, but I know he can catch it. It's just another example of kind of him showing off as a craftsman, as a route runner.
Turn Kalen King, the Penn State corner, around. Now McNamara out the punt, and Laube is underneath it. A return from the 33. Works back and has blockers now. Has the wall. Laube.
Nice play by James
Nice play by
Williams.
James Williams from Miami, because he had a chance to turn that corner, and it was set up down the far sideline. We got a 13-7 game. James Williams had a face mask earlier. A couple of nice tackles since as he brings Laube down on the return. This week is about celebrating football. It is also about giving back. Feeding the Gulf Coast helped people in 24 different counties around Alabama. Last year, 37 million pounds of food donated. More with a special guest down to the field is Tom Pelissero.
I'm with Marlene Creighton, the Chief Sales Officer at the Hershey Company. Marlene, what makes the Reese's Senior Bowl so special?
Well, Reese's has been a proud sponsor since 2014, which means it's our 10-year anniversary. Makes it even more special. If you think about this event, the city of Mobile has been phenomenal. The people in Mobile, the culture, the tradition, the fans, if you look around, it's just been incredible as they've supported their team and their university. And then additionally to these players, I've watched them all week and it has been absolutely special.
Tell us about this year's community event with the Reese's Senior Bowl players.
Yeah, I would say that is by far my favorite part. If you think about the field, and it's so amazing, but what's done off of the field is even more amazing. The players, the Reese's team, we partnered with Feeding the Gulf Coast. We handed out several meals to community members in need. And then additionally, we passed out $10,000, which will serve 50,000 meals across the Gulf Coast. So it was such a great part to be at.
This is the 75th anniversary of the Reese's Senior Bowl. It is your first Reese's Senior Bowl. Tell me about the impact this game has had on you and also the history of the game.
I have been so fortunate to be here as a part of the 75th. We saw so many Hall of Famers on the field today and throughout the week. But what has been the best part about it, I'm seeing the next generation who is going to go off to the next level. It's one field, and as they move to the next field, we will be able to watch them. I've seen throughout the week the passion, the grit, the persistence, and I am so excited to watch these young men go to the next step. I'm pretty confident Sunday's just got even better with those on the field.
What's the biggest peanut butter cup you can get me before I leave?
We've got a very, very big one. It's the size of a whole pie.
Okay, you missed.
No, I'm in, Marlene. Thanks a lot.
Nice meeting you.
Hey, Tom. Tom, we just got cars. 1 second. What's the biggest one you can get me?
Yeah. Now the guys in the booth want to know. They're right up there. They want to know, can they also get a watermelon-sized Reese's Peanut Butter Cup?
Absolutely.
As long as it fits in an overhead, I'm happy to get it. Thank you, Tom. Thank you, Marlene. And thank you, Tyke Smith there for that big hit. Wow. 4th down.
You've seen that on tape, haven't you, DJ?
Yeah, a few times.
Tyke Smith, Georgia safety. Only 5'9", 206. It's like he is 6'2" and 220.
In 2022, McConkey over 12 yards of punt return for the Georgia Bulldogs.
He's going, hey, if you're not going to throw it to me, let me go back there and maybe get a punt.
Let's see if Tory Taylor gives him a chance to return. He down one inside 20 last time. 10.5 to go. Clock winding. National on top of the American. 13-7. American getting the ball back, though. The man who had more punting yards in a single season than any man in college football history. To McConkey. A little shake. And nowhere to go. Out of bounds. Near the 22.
Yeah, let's take a look at Tyke Smith playing in the short zone. And he finishes with oomph. Does it right, too. Just a shoulder. Nice. So what we want in the NFL? Play the game the right way. How about way to play right here? How about Cole Bishop from Utah? The perfect tackle. Head up, head not fall, shoulder on the legs. You lasso the ankles with both arms, bring them together, wrap him up and put him on the ground. Exactly what we're trying to do in the NFL level, on the college level, on the high school level, the junior level. Get the head out of the game, tackle with the shoulders, the arms, and put them on the deck.
The Bishop, one of the most powerful pieces on the chessboard, coming up to make that play. Joe Milton checks in at quarterback. Cody Schrader behind him. The National down 6. A play fake. Harrell with the pressure. Ben Sinnott with the catch. And there is your guy, Bishop.
And how about the tackle, DJ? Did that look like a way to play tackle as well?
No question.
Again, shoulder, wrap him up, put him on the ground. But the best part was watch Bishop. He sees it the whole way and doesn't react too fast. Doesn't take himself out of the play, sees it coming in his direction, stays right there in the proper spot, and then you get that big man, and you put him on the ground. I like Cole Bishop a lot. I just like the way he plays center field for Utah. Tackles like that, you'll see it on tape. Smart young man, smart player, puts himself in the right position all the time.
Ben Sinnott, also a pretty good player, guy we spoke to earlier during the week, during practice. The K-State tight end, former hockey player, former walk-on. Reverse, Flournoy trying to get around the edge, gets tripped up, and then Gray finishes it off. Kind of sort of blocked up, but Flournoy couldn't sift through there, and it's a gain of 5.
That was Kalen King, made a heck of a tackle. Penn State.
That'd be him up top, wouldn't it?
He does
Playing out at the corner.
He does a nice job here. No, he's on the bottom.
Oh, he's on the bottom. Oh, he came all the way.
That was a heck of a tackle.
Good job, Keith Randolph, slowing him down as well. The Illinois.
He had to navigate all that
offensive
traffic.
tackle.
Joe Milton running right with him and made a really good business decision. He was not going to block that defensive tackle.
Brings up a 3rd and 4.
Smart play.
On the 30. Milton to Schrader. Nowhere to go. Dropped by Cedric Gray, who's having a day.
Yeah, but you know who made that play initially?
Fiske was back there. He closed the door. There was nowhere to go. Look, Fiske, the get-off that he has, the quickness, you can see it getting off the line. He looks different than everybody else, just how fast he gets off the line of scrimmage.
No kind of comp I got for him.
Nowhere to go.
One that Andrew would know very well, Morgan Fox.
Yes, Morgan Fox, the former Ram. Chargers as well. Brandon Fisk, great story here. He was wreaking havoc all week on the American team. Was traded this morning. Gets some roster attrition in that national
guys.
Very tough day for McNamara. Kind of shanked another one near the 40. Let's see where they spot this. Actually, closer to the 45 in a 13-7 game. Nobody's going to get you closer to Super Bowl 58 than NFL Network. Over 70 hours of live coverage all week long. NFL Network, your home for everything. Super Bowl 58 as the Chiefs and the 49ers head there for the game 8 days away. Both teams have some serious Senior Bowl flavor. Look at all these 49ers who played in this game here in Mobile, including a guy that was just named to the 75th anniversary team in Kyle Juszczyk.
That. Talk about the Swiss Army knife, able to play anywhere, do anything. That's Juszczyk.
Yeah, pretty good. Deebo Samuel, 2019, also good.
Hunter
yeah,
Renfrow
look at Hunter Renfrow. Yeah, look at his smiling mug here. Deebo out of South Carolina, had a really good week here. And since 2019, everyone uses the same line. We got to find the next Deebo Samuel here.
Good luck.
Yeah, good luck with that.
He's a one-on-one.
Remember, he was first-team All-Pro 2021 season.
Brandon Ayuk, part of that big play there as well. Also in the Senior Bowl.
First and 10 for the national team. This has been the bars.
Sam Hartman back in here has already attempted 22 passes. A play fake and a deep shot. Come on, Tez Walker, get there!
He let it go early. DJ, yeah, about 3 steps early.
Yeah, he was on him.
Watch Tez Walker get off the line of scrimmage against Carlton Johnson.
He's gone.
Yep.
The ball allowed him to recover.
Yep, brought him into the play. But off the line of scrimmage, if Sam Hartman's able to even cut his drop and just let it go, Tez Walker's got an opportunity for a monster play.
And if you're asking me, am I rooting for the national team? No, I think we're all rooting here for Tez Walker. Had a rough week with some drops. Talented player. Hasn't gone his way today here either. Want to see the guy head out of Mobile here with some positive thoughts. You couldn't bring in that deep ball. As Laube carries on second down.
It's just like you have a round of golf you'd like to have back, but man, you make that putt on 18, right. Keeps you coming back. You feel good getting in the car.
You make that putt on 18, know what you do? You run back to the tee for an emergency 9.
You know what I do? Usually it's mini golf. I get it in the windmill and I get my ice cream.
Nice. Play a little skee ball after that's done.
There you go.
Exactly.
How many tickets? How many tickets?
3rd and 6. Charles Davis, Daniel Jeremiah, Andrew Siciliano, Tom Pelissero down on the sideline doing great work. Coming up on 6 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter. The 75th Reese's Senior Bowl. A 3rd down for the National and for Sam Hartman. Not on the same page with Walker there, and it's 4th down.
Did he get pressured? Was that Marcus Harrison crew that came through that maybe threw him off a little bit when he's trying to make that transition from right side to left side throwing the football?
That was Auburn. That was Marcus Harris back there.
Marcus Harris made a few plays in the backfield of the national squad.
He has. Marcus Harris, an Alabama native from Montgomery.
See if one of these punters can give one that they really like today. There's another opportunity for the young man from Iowa, Tory Taylor.
And the young man from Georgia, McCaffrey, back to return.
That looks good. Looks good.
Let it go over his head, and Taylor's done it again. Inside the 20, near the 5 for Tory Taylor. Hunted 93 times this year and getting in plenty of work today. All right, guys, let's focus on the draft. 82 days away from this, at least for now, top 10 in Detroit. Bears, Commanders, Patriots, Cardinals, Chargers, the top 5. Charles, you go first. What do you say?
Well, I say just by what I've seen from the Bears, looks like their quarterback market, quarterback shopping, probably Caleb Williams, USC.
Yeah, and you look at the Bears really controlling this draft. You know, what they want to do there at number 1. Do they want to stay? Do they want to get out? But then also knowing that whatever you decide at 1, you've got pick 9 where they're going to get another premier player in this draft. So the Bears hold the cards, but I would be surprised if we didn't see 3 quarterbacks go right in a row.
Bears, Washington Commanders, New England Patriots. And this is one where it doesn't feel like normally that number 1 pick, open for business, give me a king's ransom, let's talk about it. This feels to me like the Bears are going to want to add premium players because of the way they finished their year last year. They feel like they're on the uptick already with that roster, especially on the defensive side of the ball. They want to get offense right and make a run at the Detroit Lions.
As we are here as the Triple Crown of the evaluation process moves forward, the All-Star Games, the Combine, and then the Pro Days, all leading up to the draft, as Joe Milton is in here on second down. What if I offered this as a counter? It isn't Williams or Fields necessarily as a binary choice. Milton
not a safety.
Goes down, not a safety, as forward progress stopped at the 1. But what if I told you that, hey, you could trade Justin Fields or not? Maybe you could take Caleb Williams and keep Justin Fields.
Now, that's an option. Another option is trying to block Braden Fisk, which is
Bo Limmer from Arkansas gave it a try. But Fisk has been terrific all week. And you know something, DJ?
He should be the MVP. Let's put it out there.
Let's put it out
We
there.
should. And you know why? Because he changed teams this morning.
But you know,
And he's played well.
all week long, DJ, you talked about and showed us that when Fisk would make his pass rush, how he would end up getting like a half a man, right? He'd end up working half the shoulder or whatever of the offensive player. That time he just went right down the middle of Bo Lemmer. Showed his power.
He's got some twitch. He's got some power. He's played a lot of snaps today, too, so he's got a tank.
Got to get to the 19 for a first down. It is third and very long. Milton running away from Harold. Milton to Sinnott, gets out of it. And Sinnott's not going to get a first down. Eventually out of bounds on the 20-yard line. Oh, no, he does get a first down. I beg your pardon. He got across the 20. What am I doing? First down, Ben Sinnott. Well done.
Good escape by Milton. Be able to get out there and then a nice sharp throw. And Sinnott understood where the first down marker was and was determined to get there.
Got to the marker.
Didn't step out of bounds. Able to stay in bounds and fight for that first down. You know, look, the Bears, to finish that up, Andrew, on your point, yeah, I mean, they have a lot of different options here. You know, I think it's an exciting time for them, whatever they decide to do. They have some good young players. They've got a foundation in place, and now they need to add some blue players, some blue chip players to the mix.
Milton on first down. Might get it long third down. Oh, there he is. Glad McConkey. First catch of the day to the 34.
He's been open all day long. This time he gets a catchable ball. Wins at the line of scrimmage with his quickness. Again, lean, and look at the separation as they're trying to pass that off in that zone. He is a pure, polished route runner. And guys that translate well to the next level, he fits the profile. Toughness, polish. He can play inside, he can play outside. I mean, he's an immediate starter at the next level, in my opinion.
And he's making moves at top speed. He's not having to slow down to give you the fake. The fake is part of the run.
Here's Milton on the run after the gain of 15. Milton lowers his shoulder and takes down Williams, who stands tall, though, and gets credit for the tackle at the 41.
He sized him up here. You don't want to see a quarterback that big when he's starting to size you up. Williams does a good job of not taking too bad of a shot there.
It's a little bit different than when Sam Hartman said, listen, let's go on sideline, let's go over there.
No gentleman's agreement.
No, Joe Milton decided he wanted to get involved in the action there. And at 235 plus, he's capable.
And at 6'5", kind of Cam Newton size here as Milton finds Bailey. Got that wiggle there in front of Kalen King near midfield. You're watching the Reese's Senior Bowl here, talking about ready-made players here. No assembly required. Peyton Wilson, Jackson Powers Johnson, Marshawn Lloyd, among the players we saw on the field during the week.
I just think these guys are consistent when you watch them on tape. I thought they were consistent during their week of practice. They have defined roles once they go to the next level, and I think you feel very confident with what you've seen through the process. They can get on the field right away.
Yeah, I think that Jackson was a Powers Johnson.
Yes.
He's just like Creed Humphrey, Tyler Linderbaum. You draft him and start him.
No, that's picked off.
With a deep ball to the wrong team. Sean Smith waved the interception, and now the run back with the convoy. Smith Wade is still going. Cuts it back. Smith Wade at the 20. Can he make it to the pylon? Smith Wade! Put him up! No!
Really good hustle by Amani Bailey as well, coming from all the way back.
He returned it to the 1. Ran out of gas and couldn't make it to the end zone. Sean Smith Wade.
Second time today we've had an interception, DJ. People forgot in the pros you can get up and go, right? No one's touched you.
They forgot on both sides.
Sean Smith Wade, the Washington State Cougar, was almost there. He almost had the run back.
Here goes Bailey.
He's in! Touchdown saving tackle.
Knee.
The 2024 Senior Bowl is presented by Reese's. Analysts agree Reese's Peanut Butter Cups are the consensus #1 pick.
And this is the consensus #1 college all-star game. Shaw Smith Wade from Washington State, when he finally got up and caught his breath, gets the turnover chain after an 86-yard return that came 1 yard shy.
How does Reese's
of a
not?
touchdown.
How does Reese's not have an edible turnover chain?
Good call, TJ.
It'd already be knocked down, wouldn't it?
We've already had the edible football. That return is going to put the ball on the 1-yard line and put the National in the red zone. Kamani Vidal in the backfield. Hartman, play fake. Hartman on the run. Hartman throwing out of bounds. He was pressured there by Miles Cole from Texas Tech over the head of Tez Walker.
Carlton Johnson.
They are trying
right inside the shirt of Tez Walker.
Trying to get Tez Walker something going here. That time, you're right, he got held. He's exhausted, too.
It's like 3 wide receivers for this national team after some of the guys opted not to play.
Even if he catches that one, they're all waiting to bite on him.
Hartman gives to Vidal, and he is hit in the backfield, and it's a scrum to the 1. Kentucky linebacker Trevin Wallace up for the tackle, and you hear them yell timeout. Wallace brought some pop here.
Timeout.
His teammate Andrew Phillips there, wearing a different Kentucky helmet. The corner also up in there. 1:20 to go.
In some of these programs, you can swap helmets per quarter, per
Yes.
series.
Well, we've had multiple Oregon helmets this week, multiple Kentucky.
Now,
Kentucky helmets.
Oregon, you can do per series and not get through all of them.
1:25 to go on this first step here on the path to the draft before they hear their name called in the draft in Detroit. This year's top prospects head to Indy, put their skills on display. The 2024 NFL Scouting Combine, the 29th through March 3rd, February 29th through March 3rd, coming up on NFL Network.
You're on him. He just went upfield.
Seeing C.J. Stroud's picture on that promo reminded me of his throwing session he had at the Combine last year was off the charts.
No easier mover at the quarterback position in addition to the throwing portion of it. Wherever throw he had to make, his footwork was impeccable.
Isaiah Davis checks into the backfield. Davis not going to make it.
You see the pride coming to the front here, don't you, DJ? The defense?
I go back to the effort to make the tackle at the 1-yard line on the return.
By Monty Bailey, and you see McKinley Jackson, number 3, helping hold people up.
Timeout.
And then here come the linebackers.
It's their second and final of the half.
See Watts from UConn, defensive lineman.
Game clock operator, please place 1 minute
Jaden
and
Crumedy,
19 seconds.
Mississippi State in there as well. And just a friendly reminder here, as you watch this game, you will see these players making plays on the field next season and for years to come. 18 players from last year's game taken in rounds 1 and 2. Gonna bring Cardi on for the field goal try now for the national team. Cardi hit a 52-yarder early. He's also hit a 37-yarder and missed from 32. This is his 4th attempt of the day. It is an old school extra point in the NFL. It is a 20-yard field goal to try to extend this to a 9-point lead and make it a 2-score game.
How about Jeff Ulbrich? Okay, forget your analytics.
Yep.
Just give me the point.
Yeah,
so
we're
we
going to
can
win it. We're going to win the game. We're going to win
Thank you.
The analytics folks at home are going nuts. 19-yard field goal. Matter of fact, I bet you we haven't seen. Tony, can you look this up? Tony in research, by the way, off camera. Did we see a 19-yard field goal in the league all year?
Oh, I'm sure.
From the 1.
I bet we did.
From the 1.
Oh, in a situation like this, you're going to go up 2 scores with a minute.
I bet there weren't many. I bet my over-under is 5. Let's go back to the pick.
This is what you're talking about, though, DJ. To set up that goal line stand to make him kick a field goal. Wonderful play by Shaw Smith-Wade, but who was the big play for the defense at the end?
Look at Ryan Williams, though. He was the one who was aware because he had a pick earlier in the game and didn't realize the rule, so he reminded his buddy.
Let's go. But here it comes. Watch to the left of your screen.
That's effort.
That's what you were talking about, Amani
Bailey. Big time.
And that's from a guy, Amani Bailey, that's gotten a lot of work.
Listen, Amani Bailey has
touches on the day.
10 rushes, 4 catches, and 6 targets in the passing game. He'll sleep well tonight.
Tony in research gave us the answer. There was 1. That's it. Greg Joseph.
19-yard
1. 19-yard field goal the entire season. How about that? Jeff Ulbrich is going to take it and get it. Now Michael Pratt is the quarterback for Tulane. Takes a big hit, gets it away, but it falls incomplete. Keith Randolph, part of the law firm in Illinois, lays down the law there.
He beat the Terp there and absolutely unloaded.
DJ Glaze. Man.
And again, he did it the right way. Brought a shoulder in. Strike zone was low. Didn't get up into the head and neck area. Nicely done by Mr. Randolph.
One, a bit remaining left in the Senior Bowl.
Teamed up with Johnny Newton also in this draft. Great D-line there for Brett Bielema in Champaign. 1:10 remaining with the National now down 9. After the game, we're going to crown an MVP. As we check down, and again, Cedric Gray, man, he is all over the field there.
Flying around. His linebackers in this game have been impressive. Sermon's made plays, Gray's made plays. We've seen Bertrand get after it in the run game, and these guys are flying around. Trevin Wallace has been excellent.
And what you're getting more and more because the college game, throwing the ball around a bunch, you're getting those linebackers who understand pass coverage, pass drops, pattern matching, and then breaking on the football, making plays.
Cedric Gray has a tattoo of his favorite 3 players as a kid. The numbers are 9, 10, and 43. 9, 10, 43, not lottery numbers. You know who the numbers are? 9, 10, 43. Anybody?
This is Cedric Gray.
Yep, Cedric Gray. Michael Pratt slings it over the middle. That's complete to Flournoy for a first down.
Are they football players?
They are football players.
Jim McMahon, Eli Manning, Sproles.
You got one right.
I'm going to say Drew Brees at 9, 10. And what's the last one?
43.
Sproles at 43.
It goes Romo, Eli. You got that one, DJ. Trey Polamalu, 43.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah. As Pratt under pressure. Pratt, with the clock winding down, is going to run and get out of bounds and protect himself with Bishop running up on him at 25 left.
That's Jalen Harrell coming off the edge, 6'3.5", 251 pounds. He just won right off. That was all get off. Just one little inside out. He's gone.
Used the hands on there on Glover from Georgia State. Showed hands, took him away. Was gone.
Pratt runs out of bounds to stop the clock and avoid the contact as well here in the final seconds of this all-star game. 25 ticks left. The National is down 2 scores. Need a miracle now.
It's an eclectic group he had on his shoulder. On his
It is.
Really good group. Romo could sling it around now.
Absolutely. Pratt to Schrader again underneath.
Fisk had another pressure. Again, let's just get the MVP. The guy switched teams
I
the
say
day
he
before the
deserves
game.
it. And again, we're on the field before the game, and I said it. DJ, we're talking to Jim Nagy. I said just by the fact that Braden Fisk changed teams, he deserves MVP consideration. This guy played well.
Look at everybody drop. Last play of the game.
Everyone drops. They rush 4, they drop 7, and here is the Hail Mary. We got a pick to end the game. Smith Wade gets another one.
Yeah, if you haven't turned in the votes, he might have gotten it with the second pick.
I say, wait, I like Braden Fisk, but Shaw Smith Wade from Washington State.
He's got a case.
It depends on if all precincts have been counted.
I mean, he turned the corner and down the stretch. He finished strong.
Step up, giving it a try. A lot of orange back there.
Yeah, one gray and a lot of orange.
High points it, comes down with it.
From Simeon High School in Chicago.
Wondering right now if he's thinking, how do I get the trophy through TSA?
Look out. Bam! A bucket of Reese's over the head of Jeff Ulbrich.
The brick.
Easier to clean up than the liquid.
True. And how about Brick, former player in this game, now comes back and coaches and gets a win in this game.
Pretty cool. He is standing by with Tom Pelissero Here he is, the winning coach.
Jeff, offense was a battle for both these teams all day, but as a defensive guy, your D comes up with 4 turnovers in this game. How'd you guys get this done?
That is a beautiful thing, isn't it? God, these kids have been amazing all week long, just absolutely worked their butts off, and so happy for them to have some success today like this.
You played in this game back in 2000. Now you come back as the winning head coach. What does this mean to you?
It's awesome. It's a full circle moment in a lot of ways. Not only a place where really sparked my playing career, it sparked my coaching career. Found my first job here, so this is really cool.
How'd the peanut butter cup dunk compared to any water dunk you might have had in your life?
I've never been dunked at all, so that's the first.
Can we get the water dunk out here? Jeff needs a bath.
We're good. We're good. No, it's awesome. Awesome tradition here, and so cool to be a part of it.
Congrats, Jeff. Thank you.
Thanks.
Jeff Ulbrich, congratulations. A bucket of Reese's over the head there for the New York Jets defensive coordinator. A lot of great stories here about the 75th anniversary of people coming home, about Carter Bradley playing quarterback here where his dad had coached, where Jeff Ulbrich had played in the game, and now he coaches, and now he leads his team to a win. This week is a celebration of the college game, not just these players, but the game as the last college football game of the year, as we really now say it is draft time.
We've got one more game to go. It's a big one in the Super Bowl, but a lot of these teams, 30 of them, have their eyes set on trying to get to that game next year. And there's a lot of players we saw this week that can help you as you chase that goal.
I love the fact that, as you said, Andrew, it's a celebration of the college game, but these kids have all been dreaming of the next level. They've all been dreaming of the NFL. So this is your vision, this is your view of the bridge that takes you over the top to get you there.
Exactly. And reminder, gentlemen, in the NFL, you are not down when your knee hits the ground. You can get up, you can run.
That'll be emphasized pretty quickly when they get to a camp.
Saw that a couple of times, and honestly, we see it every year where guys have to be reminded that your knee is not down, or if it is down, rather, you are not down. There's Sam Hartman on the field here, the Notre Dame quarterback formerly at Wake Forest. We got Vlad McConkey into the conversation as well. He finally got a catch in the fourth quarter. This is a final chance for so many of these players to play with their teammates, right? We have Michigan players here, we have Penn State players here, we have players from so many of these schools. And now they get to meet their peers at the next level as well. Back to Tom on the field.
Tom, go ahead. I'm here with Zach Gangwer, the Gulf Coast Regional Sales Leader for the Hershey Company, to present the MVP trophy.
Spencer, congratulations on a great game today. And on behalf of the Reese's brand, we would like to present you with this year's Reese's Senior Bowl Award.
Spencer, congratulations. You didn't come up with the win on the field for your team, but you take this home. What does it mean to you?
It means a lot. You know, we put in a lot of hard work this
Yeah,
week.
awesome.
Not just for me, this for the American squad. Fought our butts off today and had a great week with the guys.
Put together the best drive of the day. Tell me about that touchdown pass.
Felt good, you know, got the look we wanted. Great receiver out wide. They played one-on-one. I just put it up. He made a great play.
What's this entire week in Mobile been like for you?
It's been a blessing, you know, being around great coaches, great people, just creating relationships with these guys that I've known coming up and competed against.
You got about 3 months or so up until the NFL draft. Takes me through the process. What are you going to be up to?
Headed back home to train in Phoenix at Exos, and then with my quarterback coach. And
That would do it
Was
for me.
4 for 4, got your touchdown.
But
Got
what
MVP.
happened there?
That's not bad.
Spencer Rattler.
I can't follow that. I got nothing.
I don't know.
I got nothing. I know that Tyke Smith for one team got the player of the game.
Yes.
And Shaw Smith Wade for the other team, and rightly so, got player of the game as well.
Exactly. So 2 defensive players there get consideration in the MVP for Spencer Rattler. For Tom Pelissero, for Cuppy, for Charles Davis, and for Daniel Jeremiah, my name is Andrew Siciliano, NFL Total Access. Patrick Claybon back in the studio coming up next. It's been fun, everybody. The 75th Reese's Senior Bowl. So long from Mobile.
Well, looked like the national team won another consecutive the Reese Bowl game. And make sure you like and subscribe, everyone. Till then, see you around.
The 75th Reese's Senior Bowl had one final big play, and it came from Joe Smith-Wade, who got the interception. Remember the fact that this is professional rules. You don't have to be down when you catch the ball. Got back up, ran it all the way back, almost got a return for a touchdown.
Started leaking some oil right there.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. The running back who also had a good game.
CPR.
Got some chest compression. Yes. Get back in the game. Hey, welcome to NFL Total Access. Patrick Claybon here with Cynthia Freeland and Brian Baldinger. A fun game in Mobile. A lot of big plays, but there were some players who stood above everybody else on the field. Who was that for you, Baldinger?
Well, I thought it was a great defensive performance, a lot of performance like that. But Braden Fisk, the defensive tackle from Florida State, he had solo tackles, he had sacks. He made an impact in this game, much like we watched him on film. And I think today we saw a great week of practice transfer into a really solid performance.
I'm looking at Amani Bailey. We love those Horned Frog running backs around these parts.
Yeah.
But when you're looking at his stature, you're maybe thinking, not the tallest man ever. However, 53 rushing yards, but I really liked his ability in the pass catching game to add there. 4 for 34 with a long of 14.
Yeah.
He just was bursty, fun, called himself out a moment, got a blow, came back in, and there we have it. And he just was a lot of fun to watch and played with a certain level of explosiveness that I think caught the attention of scouts that were there today.
Yeah, probably a big part of the reason that Spencer Rattler was able to get that MVP because he came out running the ball well. Also made a great tackle on that pick six, coming back and showing effort. And really, that's what we wanted to see, Baldy. You said it coming in. Effort and intensity from them.
And, the effort can come in any way. I mean, making that tackle there, an interception, all the way down the other side of the field. I mean, it saves a touchdown right there. And that type of effort is something that catches anybody's eye. And so Amani did that, caught Cynthia's eye right there in our green room from the very jump when he touched the ball in the first 5 times of the game.
Baldy was like hooting and hollering. It was very fun to watch this game with Baldy. He's like, goal line stand at the end!
Horned frog. I was all about it.
He was all in.
Baldy, also not a fan, was Baldy's a fan of some things. Kicking the field goal on the 1 yard line.
None of us
Brian
liked that.
Baldinger
We were all out of it.
Not a big fan of that.
Just go punch it in. Punch it in, score. And the field goal kicker's got enough work. Go score the touchdown.
Yeah, we were all hoping for a
goal line stand.
I mean, obviously, I'm an analytics person, so I'm going to tell you, Analytics City, go for it.
In fact, on the call, Andrew Siciliano did note the analytics community probably a little bit itchy about that. Let's get back out to the booth crew in Mobile one last time from the Senior Bowl. Hey, guys.
Guys, there were some fun moments. There were some head-scratching moments here as well. But at the end, a defensive struggle with Spencer Rattler, Daniel Jeremiah, who came out, led a really nice opening drive, 4 for 4, threw a long touchdown pass, taking home the MVP and a lot of Reese's chocolate.
Yeah, he did. And look, you're going to get a series out there, go out and make it count. He absolutely did that, marching them right down the field. Spencer Rattler, someone who, with all the hype coming into college, did not work out at his first stop at Oklahoma. At South Carolina, saw some good things last year. This year, a lot of injuries around him. CD, this guy's persevered. He's been through adversity, and what a nice way for him to cap off his college playing career.
Absolutely. This kid has been through so many different things and was expected to have clear sailing. One of the top recruits in the country, playing at one of the top schools that there's been in college football in Oklahoma. Heck, he got replaced when he was winning, okay? Yes, he was losing the game against Texas, but overall his record was sensational. And he had to go remake himself at South Carolina, so I give him a lot of credit. But how about today and the defense that we saw throughout this game from so many different places? Defensive line, linebacker, secondary. And I do realize that Spencer Rattler got the MVP, but Braden Fisk was the MVP for this game. The young man out of Florida State, asked him to change teams the morning of the game, and he played so hard throughout, made a lot of plays for his team. I give him a ton of credit. And by the way, we're going to like him during the scouting process.
Absolutely. Evan Williams had a pick. Shaw Smith-Wade had a couple of picks as well. His second one, or rather his first, ran back 85 yards, almost took it all the way. His knee was down like a yard shy. I thought he might have had the ball over. At All-Star game, maybe you could have given him the touchdown. But regardless, and yes, to your point about Fisk, morning up, you get the phone call. Think you're in trouble. Nope, you're changing teams, and then you play that well as well. 16-7, the final score.